Capital One, SavorOne, cash rewards credit card. Let's dive in.
So this is a card that has no annual fee, which makes it appealing for a lot of people because it's very easy to justify keeping it since it doesn't cost you anything each year. There are no foreign transaction fees, so you can bring this one worldwide with you. And it's got a pretty good earning rate in a couple of bonus categories. We've got 3% back on dining, entertainment, select streaming services, and purchases at grocery stores. Exclude stuff like Walmart and Target, but your regular supermarkets will be included. 8% back on Capital One entertainment purchases. That might be a temporary feature if I remember correctly. I'm not sure if that's permanent or not. And 5% on hotels and rental cars booked via Capital One Travel. There's some terms that apply there. And then 1% back everywhere else.
Yep. And the card's also offering some temporary Uber benefits through November 14th of 2024. You get 10% back on all spend on Uber or Uber Eats and free Uber One monthly membership. So Uber One is the program that'll give you like discounts or free delivery. They often offer like special deals. They like buy one, get one at various restaurants. So it's good to have that.
But what I think really makes this card exciting and potentially interesting is that not only could you have cash back because the card does earn cash back, but if you have a miles earning card, like the Capital One Venture card or VentureX card, for instance, or the Capital One Venture One card, you can move the rewards from your SavorOne card to your miles earning card. And so your 3x on dining or your 3% on dining and grocery, for instance, can become 3 miles because you transfer those over at 1 cent to 1 mile into your venture card. And then you could transfer them on to airline and hotel partners and potentially get far more value than 1 penny per point. In fact, we typically aim to get at least 1.5 cents per point in value out of our Capital One points and often can do significantly better out of Capital One miles. So if you do pair this with a miles earning card, that's great. If you pair it with the venture card, you could be earning, of course, 2x everywhere with the venture card and then 3x in a few bonus categories with this card and a couple of side benefits, at least for now with Uber One and the extra earning on Uber. It's temporary, but that'll be useful for a while anyway. And they've got lots of great airline and hotel partners. I mean, I use Air Canada Aeroplan a lot and Avianca Life Miles a lot. Air France KLM Flying Blue is certainly quite popular. You can transfer all the Avios programs, Wyndham Rewards, choice privileges. So you've got a lot of different options for transferring your Capital One miles to partners if you pair the SavorOne with a Venture or VentureX or even the Venture One, which also has no annual fee. And that makes this somewhat unique because Capital One is one of the few issuers where you could just have no annual fee cards and still be earning points that you transfer on to airline and hotel partners.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, this card is really solid, I think. I look at it and think, it doesn't blow my mind, but it's like a really solid workhorse. And I love that it has no annual fee and even internationally, like you don't have to pay foreign transaction fees. So it's a good choice even when traveling. And that's terrific.
Yeah, and I intend to dig into the entertainment category a bit more as I travel and see which things do code that way because I expect maybe museums and tours and things like that might. And so I'm looking forward to exploring that a little bit more because I just recently was able to product change a card to the SavorOne. So I'm looking forward to doing some more experimentation with that.
Yeah, maybe you'll get 3% on the Taylor Swift tickets as you when you buy this.
We'll see. So the SavorOne, again, good fit for lots of people since it has no annual fee and earns easier rewards. Of course, the one caveat is if you're a credit card enthusiast and you've opened a lot of cards in the last few years, Capital One can be somewhat difficult on approvals. So speaking of that, this card is one that you certainly might consider opening new for the bonus categories, but don't forget Capital One sometimes allows product changes. So if you've got an old Capital One card, it might be worth calling them up or digging around in your online account under the I want to button when you're on your card page. You can look for offers and upgrades, and you may be able to product change a card you already have to this if that's an option you want to explore.
Sounds good.
If you want more information about this card, don't forget you can find a direct link to our site in the show notes. Just expand the description box to find a link to our site. That's frequentmiler.com. You can join our email list at frequentmiler.com/subscribe, and we'll see you next time.